heart push me away. You don't call, you don't message me, and I'm beginning to think that you don't care at all. It's my season over. I got these stars just killing me, keeping me drowning in misery. I got these stars, stars, stars. You're just a thorn in my side. Having a hard time understanding why you made the decision you did. And I was sad you never hurt me, but the thorns in my side told me that I had to understand that this walk with God will never be thornless. And every pain produces purpose, and it will all be worth it, but only if I let it. They're killing me, drowning in misery. I got these stars, stars, stars. You're just a thorn in my side. Sometimes we have to go through a storm, not pleasing to our flesh, but necessary for our spirit. One thing this circumstance has taught me is to never let go. What feel is worth. I got these stars just killing me, they're killing me, drowning in misery. I got these stars, stars, stars. You're just a thorn in my side. I got these stars just killing me, they're killing me, misery. Stars, stars, you're just a thorn in my side.
Yeah, Thorns. You've just heard Audrey Williams, and I'm Satin Doll. Welcome to Satin's Talk Music Show. I'm your Pop Cool Soul Sister, heard only on Talktainmentradio.com. Radio, the way it should be heard. It's so wonderful to have you with me again. I'm here at Talktainmentradio.com live every Saturday at 11 a.m. And you can hear it again Sunday at 8 p.m. and Tuesdays at 12 noon or any time of the day or night in my latest podcast. I'm waiting on you. Are you ready for me? Then you better get ready, because I have some really great segments planned for your enjoyment. Good music like we just heard, relevant topics that define the lyrics and the spoken word, and just so much more. Each week is something different, so you got to check in with me live so you can find out what's happening here at Talktainmentradio.com. Now let's get ready to flow into the show. In this segment, I'm with my special guest, music producer Anthony Clint Jr. and singer Audrey Williams. Welcome to Satin's Talk Music Show. You out there?
Satin, what's up?
Yeah.
All right now. Jump in there, please. Now, first off, tell people where you're calling from today.
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia, from the studio, actually.
All right. You working as usual?
Yeah, I actually have a session right after this, so staying busy.
All right. How about you, Audrey? Where you at?
I'm calling from Detroit, Michigan, from my home.
All right, everybody give a shout out to all your people. Hey, I'm here in Columbus, Ohio. Now, we just heard Thorns. And Audrey, now tell us about that song. And before you do that, I want you to tell us, how did you come about singing that? Did you write it? Is this Anthony's? How did this come about?
Of course, Anthony produced the song. This is actually a song that I wrote completely. Initially, I had a different verse, different first verse and a different chorus. And then a friend of mine, Adam Wheeler, he's also actually from Detroit as well. He heard it and said, I think you need to change this, or you got too many words in here, and I think you need to take some of that stuff off or, change it up a little bit. So he actually changed the first verse and the chorus. So it's co-written by him. So we both wrote that song. The song is stemming from a situation that I was dealing with someone that I was close to.
All right.
And of course, it's kind of a controversial song on the album because some people say I'm talking to the person, calling them a thorn. But in actuality, the verses itself is talking to the person, but the chorus is talking about the situation, or how you feel towards it. Like that, this situation is a pain to me. This is hurting me, not the person itself, but the thorn. It feels like a thorn in your flesh, a thorn in your side.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to that pain, and you're talking to that situation. More so. So it's a song that is very personal to me. So it has to be the song that sticks out to me the most on the album because of how personal it was.
I think that may be why I picked that song first to start off this show. Because we're talking about dreams, which is, one of your, really, I like that song, but we're talking about dreams and are they real? And one of the things that happen in life is our dreams get blocked because of thorns that may pop up in our life. And, in this song, it talks about that. And like you said, it's not just about what you're feeling about that person. It's part of life. Like you say in the song, you're not going to be able to go through life without having some kind of thorns, in your life. And as a Christian, you're going to have a lot of thorns because, Jesus had thorns and he says we're going to carry it. Anthony, when you heard this song, what made you and inspired you to want to produce it?
Well, it actually came about. I had sent her a track, to write to, and then she sent like a voice note back to me, like check this out, and from there, usually, when you hear it, it hits you a certain way, like this, you hear the potential in it, you're like, this can be a hit,
right?
So she sent me the voice note, and the rest, I didn't really have to do much. Tweaking or editing with the lyrics or anything. So she just flew down, and recorded the song, and I, helped with, a few of the arrangements and harmonies and stuff like that. But it was a great song. It was an honor to, be able to produce it. So.
Yeah, this is a really great song. Audrey, how long you been singing? And tell us how you came about becoming this great singer that you are.
I've been singing since I've been able to speak, actually. It sounds funny, but, I hear countless stories, and you see, pictures, and I was, a child in church, and
how old
about
are you?
3 or 4, so I'm 23.
Okay. So go ahead.
So ever since I've been able to speak, I always whether go from singing commercials or just singing in church, leading songs for choir. At church, being at conventions, and everybody's standing on the balcony like, who is that little girl? I hear somebody singing, I can't see anything, and they happen to stand up. You see somebody so small singing, you don't expect that from somebody that little and have a voice so loud, even at a young age.
Yes.
So since about two or three. But as far as the album is concerned, of course, that's what James really prevalent. That's why I wanted it to be the single when I first heard it.
Yeah.
At least the hook, because I know it's a lot of things that I wanted to do, even from that age. That I pushed it aside. Dealing with circumstances and the things that life throws at you,
right,
or people throw at you.
And you're only 23. And at such a young age, I commend you at such a young age being able to understand that and realize that there's things, like I was saying, thorns block you. And when you're young, sometimes you get very discouraged, and you'll just say, okay, I can't make it. I'm not going to do this. I'll just go get a 9-to-5 job, and I'll just keep that, and I'll push my dreams aside. But that's not what you did. Now, in the next song that we're going to sing, that we're going to hear, called Shut Up. Now, first off, let me say this, girl. I always tell the young people, don't say shut up, say be quiet. But, and Anthony, I'm sure you agree, there are times in your life when you just want somebody to just shut up. And I like how you did this song and how you guys put this song together and arranged it, because it's telling somebody in a nice way that I just need you to just accept me for who I am and not always be talking about it. Just shut up. It's almost like you want to say, just take me or leave me. How that song come about? Because I like it too. I like the beat. I like it's all good. How'd it come about?
Well, thank you. First off, well, this actually was one of the difficult songs for me to come up with anything for. When he sent the instrument, I'm like, okay, I want to use this song, and I didn't want to get rid of it because I love neo soul type beats or that kind of vibe. I love that. And I was listening, like, I can't think of nothing to say. Like, I would make up little melodies, and I was never coming up with anything. So the same person that co-wrote Thorns, he actually co-wrote this song as well. And when he first started singing it, I'm like, okay, like, you can write this down. I'm listening, I'm like, how do you sing something telling people to shut up? I can't do that. Like, you laughing, like, you cannot be serious.
It
like,
goes against your grain to be so impolite.
Right, and I'm like, I've never heard of, if it is one out there, I've never heard a song, talking about telling somebody to shut up. Like, I've never heard nothing like that. I'm like, I'm not singing nothing like this. And I did come up with a few lines in the song, but when I was listening, I couldn't necessarily disagree with it because I'm like, okay, I feel this way, too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And a lot of times we're quick to speak and not slow to listen.
Exactly.
So it's something that anybody can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even, it doesn't have to be just a friendship or a relationship, male-female relationship, but even as far as God is concerned.
Right.
And a lot of times we're quick to speak, not slow to listen to what he's saying to us, because even when he's silent, he's still saying something.
Right.
So it can speak to you in different ways and coming from different areas too.
Yeah, that's what I got. What about you, Anthony?
When I first heard the song, it was funny. It was different. Because the hook is like, at the end of the hook, it's like, just shut up. Very, very blunt. But I liked it because it had character in it. You know what I mean? It and it's real. It's relatable. You know what I'm saying? It's something that people can relate to. And I think it showed a fun side of her on the project. Mm-hmm. Because, little phrases and stuff, and just, the way she kind of voiced things, and the hook, the way the song ended, I wanted to capture all of that in the song, so you can feel the emotion behind the lyrics, you know what I mean? So, I love it. It's definitely one of my favorites from the project. And
it's like you said, when I first heard it, it makes you laugh,
right,
and smile, and then when you hear it, you listen to it a few more times, it's like, this is on my job, boss, could you just, leave me alone, let me do my job,
right.
This could be your children saying it to, the school teacher, you in class, you're in college, whatever, and the professor's on you, and you just want to be like, oh, could you just, shut up. But
right,
sister,
it's universal. It's universal, and you can apply it to, to a variety of situations.
Yeah, well, we are going to listen to Shut Up by Audrey Williams, and I want you all to stay there and listen to this.
The moment you walked away from me, didn't do it in person, you did it by texting me. Said you loved me, was it a fantasy? Confusing lust for what you thought was meant to be. Now I'm sitting here alone. I'm on my knees, I'm crying. Can't stop my tears from falling. Why do I feel like I'm dying? When you told me you love me, but walked out on me. There was hatred in my heart. I was torn apart, and I forgave you. Never should have blamed you for being who you've always been. Blaming myself for not coming to terms with it. Nothing more than a fraction when you met me.
Hey, this is Forgave You. I forgave you guys. Switch up there. Shut Up's coming next.